Hi everybody, आप सभी को मेरा सादर जय जिनेंद्र. Wishing you and your family a very happy and prosperous Dhanteras. So guys, today let us get started with our understanding of the market and obviously a new learning as well. So let us get started, guys. So first of all, let us know what are we going to learn today, right? First thing is how to avoid fake breakout. Here, second should be how to trade or how to profit, right, from these fake breakouts. Third, and one of the most important is a trade breakdown of the trade which I took from this particular setup, right? So you have to understand the option trade breakdown as to did I choose to buy an option or did I choose to sell an option? So all of it we are going to discuss in today's session. So first of all, let us understand or let us recall what did we learn yesterday in our yesterday's session. So yesterday I told you one thing, that if a particular level is tested multiple times and then if there is a breakout, it is a high probable breakout. And usually when the breakout is something like this, it is suggested to avoid it. So we always want that a particular level is tested multiple times before we take a breakout or a breakdown trade in it. Now let's have a look at today's Bank Nifty chart. Today what happened? Bank Nifty fell very sharp from this point of time. That means this particular high was a very strong supply zone. Now as soon as it gave a breakout, right, from this particular area, one would have thought of going long. However, whenever there is a breakout which is parabolic, that is, there is a clear one-way up move from this particular level, you should avoid the breakout like this. Always make sure that the breakout is something like yesterday, where the market is trading inside a tight range. The level is tested once, twice, thrice, and then a breakout. However, in today's case, it was just a very wide range. Look at the range. It's a very big range. Usually, the breakouts that happen from a big range are not sustainable. So now let's move forward and understand how did I make the best use of this particular breakout, which actually was a fake breakout, and I was able to make a decent gain on a very small capital of 2 lakh rupees, right? So now let us understand how did I make the best use of this fake breakout to profit from the trap buyers, right? So let's understand this. First of all, I'll just take you through the positions which you can see over here, right? So we have a decent profit on a very decent capital of 2 lakh, right? So what I'm going to do is from going forward, right, we are going to deploy a small capital. On that, we are going to take some trades such as options buying, option selling, and we'll try to learn execution. We will try to learn when to buy options, when to sell options, and lot more going forward. Correct. So first, when did I enter into this particular fake breakout trade? Now, I wanted to enter into this trade when I saw a dominance of the sellers. So the market was consolidating over here and I wanted to enter as soon as this consolidation was taken out. Now, if you look at the breakout candle, as you can see at this point, it was very huge. So I waited for a pullback, right? Just 50% of the pullback, and I entered somewhere on this particular candle. Now, the question that you might have, what did I prefer? Did I prefer to do options buying or option selling? Now, I want you to understand one thing, that I would prefer options buying only and only when I have a clear directional move. For example, just like yesterday. Yesterday, there was a clear breakout and I was expecting strong momentum. Today, it was just a fake breakout and I wanted to make the best out of the trap buyers at this particular point of time. So I decided to sell some calls. Right now, if you look at the positions, I have some calls sold, which is 40,100. So while it was trading at this point of time, I decided to sell one option out of the money, one strike price out of the money, just to make sure that I get some benefit out of the time decay. Now, if you are very new to options, do not worry. I'll be covering this in a different option series, which you are going to really enjoy. Correct. So let us again go to the positions, and another position which I've taken is I bought a 41,200 call. So you may ask, why did I actually go for this 41,200 call? Well, the purpose is very simple. The margin required to sell one lot of options is about 1,60,000. And if you can see my order book, I have sold 100 quantities, right? Which means about 4 lots. So the margin required would have been close to about 6,40,000. But as I was able to buy out of the money call option, right, and I was able to hedge my selling position, the broker Zerodha allows me to do this at a margin of 35 to 40,000 per lot. Now you may have a query that why option selling only and why not options buying? Like I said, when my view is not directional, when I am not sure of the direction of the market, and when I want to probably trade inside the range, right? So I was trying to play within the range of the market, and I was not trying to play outside today's range, right? So this was today's range, and I wanted to trade the range, and that's why I chose to do option selling. If this had been a very good day high breakout, I would have chose to go with options buying. So whenever the market is trading inside a range, I choose to do option selling. So the next question should be, if I entered over here, right, and I chose one strike price away, which is 40,100, correct? Then what was the SL? My SL was very simple. This was the day high, right? If the market would have closed above day high, right, I would have exited the position, because if the market breaks the day high again, it is a sign that now instead of me trying to trap the buyers, I have been trapped instead. Okay, so in that case, I would have exited the position. Now, also another thing which I did was I entered over here, and because this breakout candle was so huge, I was not able to exit at this point, and henceforth I exited exactly at 3 p.m. Right now, because it is Dhanteras, I myself was at a puja, right? So I was not able to book the trade at this point. So this was the nearest support. So I wanted to book at this particular point of time. But again, since I was busy, I was not able to track it. So I just left it to leave till day end. And now try to understand one thing. I exited at 3 p.m. and I entered at this point. And I think this is the point where it was, yeah. So this was 3 p.m. Can you see over here? Even though the market remained inside a range, when I exited the position, I was still able to get good amount of premium. So remember one thing in option selling, if I'm staying in a trade for a longer period of time, right, it is then when I make money, right? And the more the time the market spends in a range, right, that is the way an option seller can make good money, right? And if you were an options buyer at this point of time, you probably would have had to exit even in this particular up move, right? So as an options buyer, it is very important that you are trading on the right side of momentum. As an option seller, I did not have to do anything. Now, the point is that when to do options buying? Well, don't worry. Whenever I get an opportunity, again, I will make sure that I take some trades on this demo account where I will try to teach you the nuances of options every now and then. So whenever there is an options buying opportunity, I will surely make a detailed video on this particular point of time. I'll just take you through the order details as to what is the kind of gains that we really had. So if you go to the order book over here, we have a जैसा कि आप देख सकते हो 197 के अराउंड हमने बेचा है, ठीक है ना, ऑप्शन को, एंड वी वर एबल टू स्क्वायर इट ऑफ एट अराउंड 144, right? So 50 points gain in option selling. And trust me, if you had bought options, you would have actually lost money. So let us see what if I had bought a put option. As you can see, I bought the option at around 1245, right? So let's go to the 1245 candle of this particular option, right? So let's go to 1245. Let's see where it was. Yeah, this would have been an area where I would have actually entered into the position of buying this particular put, which was 1245 at this point of time, around 1214. So this is the point. Let us understand what would have happened if instead of selling the call, I would have preferred to buy a put. Correct. So this is the point where I initiated my position of selling the call, which is about 1245. Now let's go to the options chart of 40,000, right, and see what would have happened if I had entered into this particular option. So let's say this was around 214, right? So if I had bought this particular option at 214 and would have exited at day end, this particular option would have been trading at the same amount. So I would not have made any gain despite the market trading below my entry point. So if I entered over here and the market was trading below my entry point, still I would not have made any money as an options buyer. But since I sold call option, I was able to make the best out of the time decay. So this is what I wanted to tell you as to how to first spot a fake breakout. Second, how to make the best out of the fake breakout. Third, as to when to do options buying and option selling, right? First thing I'll tell you, which is very, very important, options buying हमें पूरे महीने में 4 या 5 से बार नहीं करना है. ऑप्शन बाइंग का मतलब है मोमेंटम, और अगर आप एक मोमेंटम ट्रेडर हो, मोमेंटम मार्केट में रोज नहीं आता है, वो पूरे महीने में 3-4 बार आता है और आपको उस मोमेंटम को कैच करना है. क्लियर? एंड जब भी मार्केट एक रेंज में है, जस्ट लाइक टुडे, यू वांट टू डू ऑप्शन सेलिंग. Well, if you are a scalper, then the game completely changes. But as of now, you're focusing on day trading. So I hope you guys learned a lot. This is a detailed video which I tried to make to actually tell you whether you should do options buying, option selling, and we are going to do a lot more things on this demo account where you're going to learn hell lot of things. So be sure you like the video, subscribe to our channel, and let us know in the comment section as to how was today's trade breakdown video. So with that note, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much.